Chess players can be divided into two categories. The first are the hackers who love to attack with brute force right from the openings, even if the opponents have not made any mistakes. The second are those who are more artistic. They shuffle their pieces and play with feather touch. They also generate dangerous combinations, and it is to the second category of players that Capablanca, the chess legend from Cuba, belonged to. In this video, I have chosen two attacking games of Capablanca where you can see Capablanca improving the pieces before embarking on dangerous combinations and sacrifices. Our first example is taken from a game which Capablanca played against Edward Lasker in the year 1926. Looking at the position, it seems white has an undisputed advantage because of black's doubled pawn. White has an absolute control over the square f5 because black cannot drive the bishop away. It is white to move. How does white improve his position? White played a very surprising move, that is, bishop takes e6, allowing black to undouble his pawn. It's very surprising that one of the greatest positional player plays a move which looks like a positional blunder. But now white played e4. The beauty of this move is white wants to open the e file, and with this sequence of moves he has traded one advantage for another. If we take the position one move back, if white plays e4 at once, black can capture bishop f5. After ef5 he can castle, and now both sides have double pawn and black's rook can be placed on e file and g file. Thereby black has a very pleasant position. He may even have slightly better position. So by playing the move bishop e6 and then e4, white eliminates this defensive possibility by black and threatens to open the e file. Black castles. White plays c4, another good move, aiming to open the c file. Now black played bishop f4 and white improved his rook position. He wants to double on the b file. After rook b3, black exchanged the pawns and he played queen f7, protecting the e6 pawn. Well, now it is white to move. He doubled the rooks, putting pressure on the b pawn. Black played rook d7, and now white played another very subtle, very simple move, but improving his position. That is, he played e5, cutting the bishop on f4 from defense of the queen side. So now it seems gradually white has improved his position. He has all the three pieces, the queen and both the rooks, attacking at black's king side, and also black's bishop is cut off from the defense. Let us see how the game proceeded. He took fe. After de, black played the move rook h d8. So we see how through simple moves white has built an overwhelming attacking position, and here white plays a brilliant move, that is queen takes c6 check combination. The idea is, if black captures the queen with a pawn, white's rooks will combine and checkmate black. Therefore, and also if black plays rook c7, defending the check and attacking the queen as well, white will once again play a very nice move, that is rook takes b7, not protecting the queen but making use of the pin so that he can also capture the queen on f7. And here white is 2 pawns ahead. It's a very elementary win for a player of Capablanca standard. So after queen c6, black played king b8, white played g3. Potentially he protected against back rank checkmates. Black played rook d1, white went king g2, and after exchange of the rooks, even now the pawn on b7 is pinned. So black played rook d5, activating his rook. White came back, queen c3. After queen f5, once again white played a very simple move, subtle move, queen b4, attacking b7 as well as eyeing the f4 bishop. Black played the move b5. At once, white cannot play queen f4 because b1 is attacked, and he can also not play gf4 because black will play queen g4 check, and the knight on f3 will be captured in the next move. That is why white played knight h4, a very nice move. Now if the queen moves, the bishop on f4 will be hanging, so black plays a5, and white finished the game with another very simple combination, that is queen takes b5. The idea is, if black captures rook b5, after rook b5 check, the king moves, white will capture the knight queen, and after that white will be a whole rook up. Our next example is taken from a game which Capablanca played against Levenfish, a Russian master, in the year 1935 in Moscow. White is a pawn down, but his pieces, his bishops and knights are very aggressively placed, and all of them are eyeing on the king side. Look at the active pieces. Even the queen can join attack. It is white to play. White played the move queen h3, attacking or pressurizing h7. Right now h7 square is protected by the knight, but white will increase the pressure and attack on the king side. Black played the move rook c5. This was a mistake, and the way white exploited the mistake is very instructive. White first exchanged the rooks and then played bishop g5. His idea is to remove the defender of h7 and then checkmate black by queen h7. Black has two ways to defend himself. He can either play g6, blocking the diagonal of the bishop, but in this case white would play queen h4. It's a new weakness which white spots, and that is the f6 knight is pinned and also unprotected. If black plays bishop e7, white would simply play knight c6, attacking the queen and the bishop simultaneously, exchange the bishop, and then capture on f6. Therefore, black decided to play h6. This is the only move. And now white played a brilliant move, and that is he played the move knight to g4. Many players would be tempted to sacrifice the bishop so that after black captures, white can capture with the queen, and then white would remove the knight, the defender, and try to checkmate on h7. However, this plan doesn't work here because black can simply play rook e8, and here knight g4 is not effective because black can capture g4 and attack the queen on h6. If white plays queen h7 check and queen h8, black's king can simply escape. And if white plays bishop h7 check, black goes here, and now the queen is attacked, so white does not get time to play any discovered check with the bishop. Therefore, the tempting move bishop h6 is not so good here. White played knight g4, which is the correct move, and that is the winning move. So notice white is not sacrificing his pieces, he's simply moving his pieces very tactfully. Now white threatens to capture f6 and then h6. Black defends bishop e7, and now white played bishop takes f6 with the idea, if black captures with the bishop, white would simply take knight h6 check, a brilliant move. After g8-6 he would capture with the queen, threatening to play queen h7 checkmate. The only way to defend is by moving the rook and making way for the king, but white would play bishop h7 check, king h8, bishop g6 check, discover check, king g8, and after that queen h7, king f8 and queen f7 checkmate. That is why black had to recapture on f6 with the pawn, and this is as good as surrendering. But let us see how Capablanca finishes the game in style. He plays knight h6 check. All the three pieces are attacking the king, and black does not have a single defensive piece. Black played king g7, and now white visualizes if he could place his queen on h7, it would be checkmate. Therefore he starts with queen g4 check. Black played king h8 because had black taken king h6, white would play queen h4 check and achieved his vision of queen h7 checkmate. Therefore black played king h8 and white played queen h5, threatening discover check with the knight. Black once again plays king h7, king g7. White captures knight takes f7. He makes way for the queen on h7 as well as g6. Black played the move rook h8. Had he captured rook takes f7, white would checkmate black with queen h7 and queen h8. And after rook h8, white simply moved his queen from the attack by queen g6. He would capture black's queen the next move. Therefore black opted to resign. I hope you liked today's video. For more lessons from the games of past masters, keep watching Life is Chess.